All right, let's get into given 1 through 5 how we feel about the film. 1 being we couldn't stand it, 5 being it couldn't get any better. And I give Coming to America the original 4 because I think it is near perfect. I don't like. There's few perfect movies. This one is right on the line of being perfect. I can't even put into words what exactly I would change about it to make it a 5, but there are 5s out there that I know about, and I wouldn't put this on that level, but it is right there with them.
There's so many numbers I can think of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th! Yeah, say it again. 5th! Yeah, we're getting a 5 on this one, brother. Listen, I'm sorry. Again, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. It has nothing to do with being all black class, because you ain't we've not said his name one time today on the episode, so we must say it. Louis Anderson, another classic. You did read it, you read it in the thing, but let's say that, guys, come on, this is Louis Anderson, another person from our time. So this was iconic on so many different levels. And yet again, I feel like I'm the only person to bring up the fact that there's the subtleties in the first one with them not ever cursing in Zamunda one time, but when they got the moment they got off the plane, it was go time, and then the moment they got back, it wasn't. So just to pair it, but yeah, for me, it's 5. No questions asked, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. That's the first one. Now, the second one, I'm going to jump right into it.
Before you get into the second one, as far as the first one goes,
Rotten Tomatoes.
Critics score, the audience score. Critics gave it a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience gave it an 85%.
Wow. All right. Now, the second one. Again, and guys, you come to the show for one reason and one reason only. That's because we asked you to subscribe. But other than that, the other people that come to the show, they come because they're getting content that they're not going to get anywhere else. And our responsibility and our job to you is to, of course, be good hosts, but also be honest to ourselves and true to the nature of the show. So we'll never, depending on who we have on a movie we bring on, just cater to what should be said. And with that being said, if I have to give this movie 1 through 5, I landed at 2.5. And I'll be completely honest with you. Yeah, 2.5. Oh, there you go.
I gave it 2.5 as well.
Well, then there you go. Now, granted, first off, we're biased because we're prisoners of the moment. The movie came out, the original came out in our childhood. It's near and dear to our hearts. When the moment he told me, just before we even decided to do the show, you told me this film was coming out, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, not everything can be Ocean's 11 again. You see what I'm saying? Ocean's 11, like 30, 40 years, then the next one's come out. Okay, I see it. But no, not this. Yeah. Certain things are not to be touched. That's why they're called classics.
I didn't agree with you then. I do agree with you now.
You wouldn't I tried to foreshadow you to you.
I know.
You're like, no, man, did you see the trailer?
I had high hopes. Those hopes started declining when I saw it was going to be PG-13. I'm like, they're already veering away from the recipe. First of all, they come back to the barbershop. There's no Cuba Gooding Jr. there. How perfect would that have been?
Perfect. I didn't even know who the other guy was that was there. Yeah,
who aged naturally.
Omar Gooding would even be better. His brother. Go ahead.
Not to have Academy Award winning Cuba Gooding Jr. sitting there and still not. They can be silent the whole time. That would have been priceless. But then what bothered me is that it's like all modern movies now. I feel like if E.T. were to come out right now, it would feel less magical. There's something about digital versus film. There's something, I don't know what it is, but everything in this felt smaller. It felt like James Earl Jones's funeral. That in itself was smaller in scale. You think of that opening scene with all the dancers coming out in the original. I don't understand it. It should have felt bigger. It felt smaller.
Now, I will say one thing that was better. Damn it, the hair and wardrobe was 10 times better.
That person was that woman was, and she is the same woman that did Black Panther.
No, because remember I took up for her in the first. If you don't have to play it now, but I'm gonna go back and watch it now. Yeah, she is that deal. Yeah, man. That the hair, the wardrobe. Golly, man, Jesus.
The circumcision scene was weird.
Really, David, out of all the films you've seen, that's weird to you.
This is the prank. This is like the wholesome
the test of courage.
This is the prank. Let's scar our son by having him whip his dick out in front of his sisters, his stepmom, his real mom, his uncle, and then haha, it was a potato. We didn't really cut it. It's like, that's not what I'm traumatized about right now. I just whip my dick out in front of everybody for nothing. I thought this was a serious ceremony. I have some pros.
Do you?
Yeah, because
I think you're missing a few letters. BLEM. Problem. I think you have some problems.
General Lizzie's entrance was amazing. The callback to the Queen, the to be still hopping and barking was a clever callback. Leslie Jones and Tracy Morgan being cast as siblings was genius. And I would rather see that movie.
Like, would it be called Where Brooklyn? Where Queens at? Where Brooklyn? Dude, them yelling.
I don't even care. Just them and those characters as brother and sister. Daily life. Well, I don't care what happens. That is such brilliant casting to have them as brother and sister because they have the same. They could be energy. Yeah, they could be brother and sister.
One thing the movie definitely got right was I don't care whether you from France, Guam, Ecuador, Third World Country, or Moncrief in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. We all know this. When somebody from New York or Queens goes somewhere that they're not, and they ask is anybody from New York in the house or Queens, like they gonna let you know they're in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Like they were in another country, thousands of miles away. Anybody from Queens here, like they, we know it's y'all. Yeah. We know it. Yeah. So yeah, that was yeah. So that so
I will. I mean. It was a great. I will say it was a beautiful love letter to the original for anything.
Now, if you call it that, then it is beautiful.
I don't know.
It felt like a love letter to the original because they wrapped it all up. Even with that end scene, they wrapped it all up. So
they gave you all the hits that you wanted. But that was the problem for me. That you're watching all these things that you loved from that's the problem, is you don't want to go into this movie comparing it to the original, or else you're going to be let down.
Correct.
But this movie keeps begging you to compare it to the original because it's giving you these replays of all these things.
Wasn't 15 minutes of the movie the original movie?
Yeah, that's why they had to give David Landis credit in the in the opening. He had nothing to do with shooting this movie, but because they played parts that he directed.
Oh my god.
He got the credit.
I will tell you this before we go. Next time I go somewhere, I'm walking in the room like Wesley Snipes. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, yeah. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 52%, critics, and audience gave it a 48%. But, we might be speaking too soon here. It just came out a few days. I might be speaking too soon here. It came out a few days ago, and like Barry said, the first one wasn't received quite well from the audience when it first came out, and who the hell knows, 20 years from now I might be proved wrong that this becomes a classic in itself by the time they're making the third one.
Right, but as I stated before we go, when it originally came out, it was not critically received well. And here it is now.
What did you guys think of Coming to America and Coming to America? How do you compare the two? I would like to know if you're out there watching this and you liked the second one better than the first one.
Please write us. Yeah. Let us know who you are.
Yeah, I want to know who you are. I want to know what you're about.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.